Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones this morning? So I've got two levels in, which is pretty much this inside tail here, as well as the gap. As you see, there's a daily gap here. Okay, and then also just got Fibonacci in here, which just shows you we are hovering on the 76.2, which is a fairly deep retracement. And I know quite a few people that actually would be prepared to take a long here with a stop below these tails here. That's a 900 point stop loss, which kind of a little bit too rich for me. But anyway, so this is looking at the weekly. Concern I do have is these moving averages pointing to the downside, stochastics pointing to the downside, momentum index pointing down. So everything here, there's nothing on the oscillators that's saying we have a potential change in direction. And then the last thing that we want to do is kind of just take cognizance of the fact that we have broken through this trend line here. We're now kind of hovering on it. Okay, so looking at the daily, you see that we've got the daily 200 EMA here, moving averages pointing down, oscillators grouped together. We do have a warning here, and we have a potential another setup happening here where we've got this inside bar and then another inside bar. So we've got two inside bars. Now, I typically sort of look at the tails with a little bit of anticipation. So, I know we've got a tail that steps below the low of this bar, but the bodies are all inside bars. You can see this one, then we've got the inside bar, then we've got another inside bar. Okay, this is not an inside bar because it doesn't fit inside this one. Okay, so there's a little bit of a bullish signal there. Not seriously, it doesn't excite me that much, but now you can see we potentially have a double bottom here. Now we do have diversions on the 4 hour. You can see how we stepped out of the Bollinger there and then we inside the Bollinger here, whereas price made a new low. We do have that, but at the same time, we've got a fairly strong downward trend line. Okay, now this 4 hour bar that was going into the close, if this closed up on its high, that would have given you a lot of confidence that this was a proper double bottom. But at the moment, to me, it looks a little bit like barbed wire. Okay, in other words, lots of tails up, lots of tails down, so lots of confusion. People actually don't, people that are trading this at the moment don't actually have a clue what's going on. And that includes me right now. So, yes, I think for me, there are a couple of things at play here. And the first one is we are above the moving averages on the hour, okay? But we are also with a double top here, potential diversions, a grouping of the oscillators to the upside. So, there's a lot of signals here that are saying that there's potentially another move to the downside. Now, levels that I would suggest you need to watch are the current high of the day, which is 24,880, and then this level to the downside where the gap was 24,450. Okay, that kind of let's not delete that. Let's just bring this swing low into it. You can see this tail here kind of missed it. You see that? There's a gap there, and that was the previous swing low. So that's another level, 24,540 for a potential visit. Okay, but there's nothing here that really is giving me a signal for long or short at the moment. It looks like a pretty typical Monday, so expect some sideways consolidation and then a direction that'll be chosen. And it may be only tomorrow or it may be later today. And the last thing I want to do is just pull up the ichimoku. We have had a crossover here. Ichimoku is flat on the hour, So there is a potential signal brewing, but that's 1 out of 3 that I'm looking for. So I would want to see the Chiku span through price. And the problem with it getting through price is it's got Kijinsen, Tegensen, and the cloud as resistance. So it could take some time to get all the way through. This is the second bounce off the underside of the cloud. So could be a double top. Could be a triangle. You see that triangle? There's the bottom of the triangle, and here is the top of the triangle here. Okay, so if we just come to the daily, you'll see we are so far from Kijinsen and Tegensen. So I would expect sideways consolidation or even a bit of a pullback to bring us closer to Kijinsen or Tegensen. Okay, 4 hour trend is still pretty firmly down. So the trick here is have a look at Tegensen, which is right there. So if we get a 4 hour close above that, then you're going to more than likely bounce off that level there. So if I come down to a lower time frame, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so looking at the half hour, you can see this line here is the 4 hour Tegensen, and have a look at how it lines up with a half hour. See that? There's a half hour Tegensen. And this is the 4 hour Kijinsen, which would be a break above the cloud and also tie up with some inside tails. And then you've also got the top of the cloud here. So looking at the half hour, we've got a bullish crossover here. We've got a twist in the cloud, and we've broken through with Chiku span. So we've got 3 signals that are indicating a bullish move. For me, I am still watching these 2 trend lines, because these are the 2 trend lines that are going to indicate what direction we're going in. So I will be waiting to see what happens. Okay. Last thing I just want to do on this is just have a look at the Bollinger, but I want to look at the Bollinger on the daily. Just get rid of the noise. So we still have a Bollinger W. You can see outside the Bollinger, inside the Bollinger here. Pretty much a double bottom on the oscillator. So that is diversions. So yeah, this could be another consolidation for a move down, or alternatively, if this holds, then we have the potential for a move back to the upside. But at this stage, nothing really concrete to write home about. Okay, so yeah, in saying that, I think my plan of the day for this is probably just to wait and see what happens at a later stage. These tails worry me. Tails to the upside, tails to the downside. There's nothing really concrete here that is telling me that there is a potential move to the upside or even a potential move to the downside. So I strongly suspect we're going to end up more than likely ranging most of the day. And those are the 2 levels we need to watch for. Okay, so 24,460 and 24,925. Okay, so anyway guys, that's me for today. I hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.